moving on to the next game, the Sunday night football game. After the NFL made us sit through all the 1 o'clock games. Boy, 4 o'clock for you Cavs, but all the games were just garbage. And then they knew we wanted more football, so they gave it to us. Sunday night football, the playoff rematch, the Lions beat the Rams 26-20. Marcellus, what were your thoughts on the Lions returning, or the Rams returning to Detroit and leaving with yet another L?
It's like I told Toddy, Detroit belongs to Jared Goff. Hey, he walked out there at the coin toss in overtime. He looked Stafford in his eyes and said, "This is mine, and I'm out of here." And they took it and they ran away with it. And I told Toddy, I don't think they're going to be able to stop them on defense. And it got ugly in overtime really fast. I just, in my opinion, the Rams defense is horrible against the run. And just the fact that they could not stop Montgomery and Gibbs alone, that's what got them all the way into the red zone just to finish the game. Like, I think Detroit belongs to Jared Goff. I feel like he's done more in Detroit than Stafford's ever done. And I feel like the proof is right there. Like, as being in the NFC, being a Niner fan, I'm really am worried about Detroit because they keep showing more and more promise. Like, I feel like with them, there's more promise and more upside than most teams in the NFC, and they just keep showing it every week. Because at one point, I was like, I think the Rams might pull it off. Toddy bet on the Rams. He bet the house, and I told him it was a horrible idea. But, he ran with it, and it stabbed him in the back.
So I guess I'll take it from here.
We
have Rams money line. It was the last second call. We made the play in. And it didn't look good at first. Rams come out, kind of hit them in the face. The first couple of drives, it just looked like it was just a lopsided matchup. Matt Stafford, I thought the game is not close. The game doesn't go to overtime without Matt Stafford. I thought he made some insane throws. He threw the ball 59 times in this game, which was insane. McVay was scheming up plays out of his ass. Puka Nacua goes down with a knee injury, who is now on IR. Cooper Kupp seems to be back. He's making double tiptoe catches down the sideline. Stafford's throwing piss missiles all over the field. Kyron Williams, I thought they could have got him a little bit more involved in the offense, but I just think there came a point when I think it was Goff throws a pick, the Rams go down and they score and they go up. The Rams or the Lions get the ball back to try and go down and score. I think the Lions go 3 and out after that. And pretty much after that happened, when the Rams got the ball back and they had the lead, it was like, okay, the Rams can't give the ball back to the Lions. Because if they do, I have a feeling, just a strange feeling in my gut, the Lions are going to go down and they're going to put some points on the board and end up tying the game. Stafford made an insane no-look pass on like third down to keep the drive going. Try to do the same thing again, but there was way too much pressure on Aiden Hutchinson. I'd say that throughout the entire game, that kind of made Stafford step up into the pocket, and he didn't have his feet set, which kind of sailed the ball on Cooper Kupp. And that ended up giving the Lions the ball back. Lions go down and kick a field goal. Game goes into overtime. Looked at Matt Stafford in the face. They said, "You're the visiting team. What do you want to call?" He calls heads like a dumbass, and you can hear the whole stadium say tails. The whole stadium said tails. What do you know? It's tails. You want to kick or you want to receive? We want to receive. We want to go that way. The Lions literally, I believe, ran the ball like
12 times, I think.
I don't even think they threw a pass. I could be wrong in overtime, but it felt like they just fed Montgomery all the way down the field, and the Rams couldn't do shit about it. Smash mouth football at its finest. So it kind of was just the Rams could not stop the Lions' run game.
What B-Rabbit do in 8 Mile?
Everybody from 313.
Man. There's a few games this week, man, that I was like just questioning, what are you guys trying to win? or you guys trying to just have a photo finish? You know what I mean? Like it seemed like there was a lot of like scared. Y'all seen Kevin Hart when he does a scared walking?
Yeah.
Scared walking. It's like you got to win a game tonight. What are you doing? I feel like the Rams had a lot of opportunities to get the right guys the ball, even though Puka Nacua was out.
Stafford threw a pick in the end zone. What the fuck are you doing? You're taking points off the board.
Like it just really seemed like there was too much lackadaisical football from a lot of teams. Even tonight, like the Jets game, it's like, not that I thought the Jets were going to beat the Niners, no, but like I'm like, of course I'm betting, so of course I'm very biased. I'm betting. I'm like, okay, get Garrett Wilson the ball, Like you're down points. Get your best receiver the ball. Like when you don't lose anything by forcing your best guy the ball because you're down by 14 points or whatever it was. But they didn't do it. Just played very, very chill. And it was the same thing with the Rams. It's like, yeah, Cooper Kupp, well, he was having a game, but at the same time, it's like some of their play calling, it's like, you're not winning this game. What are you doing? Like, you understand the way that clock management works, right? They get the ball, they're a run-heavy team. Why are you going to give them more opportunities to keep running the ball and running the clock down? Is this our first time watching an NFL game? Do you know how quickly a fourth quarter can go in the NFL when a team has a good run game? It goes by quick.
Yeah.
You saw it tonight with the Niners. I mean, you saw how quickly it went from fourth quarter, game over.
Yeah.
Look at time of possession. You don't think that the Lions have the same caliber of a run team where it's like Dave Montgomery the entire game since the first snap literally did. The football gods did it to us again. They did it to us again. Everybody drops in Jahmyr Gibbs, this and that. No, Dave Montgomery's the number one there, bro. He is.
Yeah.
I hate it or love it. He is. He just is. They're gonna save Jahmyr Gibbs just in case if Dave Montgomery gets hurt. But Dave Montgomery is going to get the main portion of the carries.
Yeah.
And they're gonna use Jahmyr Gibbs for that boomer bust type shit. So I think that Sean McVay, he did not call a good game being the head coach. I think that he allowed his team to kind of be on their heels a little bit too long, and it forced them to play hero ball in order to win. You never want to be in that position. You got a guy like Stafford who was a good quarterback. You got a guy like Cooper Kupp who clearly can still play football. You got Kyron Williams in the backfield. It's not like you don't have guys that can move the chains, but like you guys just play too lackadaisical, and that led you to your demise ultimately. The Lions were a very beatable team last night. They were. But the Lions, they figured it out. Hey, you know what? They can stop the run. Fuck the shit. Let's get up and let's just run the ball. Yeah. And that's what they did. That's what they did to close out. They got up and run the ball and ran the ball and ran the ball. So shout out to the Lions for literally winning that game forcefully the way that they did, because it was working and Sean McVay was making no adjustments. There were zero adjustments when it came to that defense and offense. They did the same thing over and over and over again. So it's like, I don't know what you expect Matthew Stafford to do when he's already down with his, we'll call him 1B wide receiver because Cooper Kupp's probably the 1A, whatever. It doesn't matter. One of his main wide receivers, he's down that. All right. And you guys are in a low scoring shootout for the most part against the Detroit Lions, which was a team that was in the fucking NFC Championship last year. You cannot play conservative against teams like that. It never works out in your favor. And you would think a veteran coach now, probably still the youngest coach in the NFL, I'm guessing, Sean McVay would have that figured out, and he didn't. And it led to them being put in a very weird predicament. And Dan Campbell's like, you know what, guys? Fuck this shit. Let's just run it down their throats. They can't stop us. Dub. Easy dub for the Lions, if you were to ask me. So, yeah. All in all, I thought there was opportunities for the Rams to put that game away, and they just never capitalized. And I think a lot of it's because of how conservative they were. So,
but to answer that, Kaz, the new Seahawks coach is now the youngest coach.
Is he now?
Couldn't tell you his name, but they showed him a lot, and he's not Pete Carroll. So
McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. Yeah, McDonald. I think he's 37 now, so he now is the youngest NFL coach.
Whoever he is, the shit. McVay down there still though.
So